Hey guys, welcome to Out in the Yard. I'm Rusty. We're gonna be doing
Caleb's over here
a
at
preaching
the
video today.
computer.
We're gonna get right into it, but first I'm gonna give you all some good and bad news. Bad news is our quality isn't the best right now. We're using a flashlight and a cheap camera.
But a very
Good
good mic.
news is one of our close friends gave us a $80 mic for recording purposes. And the other good news is on Tuesday we have a 8
8 gigabyte RAM.
8
Intel
gigabyte
Core
RAM.
i5.
What he says,
250 gigabyte.
$200 computer, a desktop coming in, probably more than $200
Certified refurbished.
coming in, and we're going to be using that to make better videos. With that being said, we're going to get right into the video. I'm going to be in 1 Timothy 4. We're going to be reading verses 6 through 16. I'm not going to read all the verses. I'm just going to read some of the key verses. I'm going to start in verse 7. But refuse profane and old wise fables, and exercise thyself rather unto godliness. We're going to jump to verse 12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, and in purity. And then verse 8. For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of life that now, and is of that which is to come. So, this video is more tended to youth, because this is a preaching message towards the youth. We're going to be doing some do's and don'ts of a young, godly Christian. We're going to start with some don'ts. Verse 7. Don't use profanity. Don't listen to old wise fables. But exercise thyself rather unto godliness. Meaning, don't use profanity. Don't cuss. Don't do any of that. Don't believe make-believe stuff, kind of. Don't believe anything that's not true. But on the other hand, in that verse, it says, exercise thyself unto godliness, meaning exercise godliness, exercise Christianity, exercise, which could mean reading your Bible, going to church, just mainly showing everybody that you're a Christian. You know, I could look at someone and say, ooh, he cusses, drinks alcohol, or whatever, he's not a Christian. But I can look at someone else and be like, oh yeah, they're a Christian. You can tell by the way they act, walk, whatever. Another don't, we're going to be in verse 12. Let no man despise thy youth, but by thine example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, and purity. This meaning, don't let anyone look down upon you. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not good enough because you're a Christian. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not worth it. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not good. Now, on the other hand, we're going to be looking at some do's of a young, godly Christian. We're going to be looking in verse 8. For bodily exercise profiteth little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is, and of that is which should come. Meaning, exercising your body is a good thing. It's good to stay in shape, good to stay healthy, but that's not what's going to get you into heaven. Godliness is profitable unto all things, meaning, if you're godly, you will profit with anything. God can make you the most athletic person in the world. God can make you the smartest person in the world. Whatever He decides to do. Having promise of the life that is now and that which is to come. I know, on my standpoint, knowing that I'm going to go to heaven, that makes me the happiest person that I can be. I don't know about y'all, but if y'all aren't saved, I would advise getting saved. That's the end of this video, so y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all next time.